Hello students, good morning. I am Deepak Kumar Verma from Shanti Niketan Jubilee School Motihari. As you all know students that we are studying important topics under sectors of the Indian economy chapter 2 of 10th economics. In this lecture class students we would discuss about some topics given here such as organized sector and unorganized sector, and how to protect workers in the unorganized sector, and then public sector and private sector. Actually students, we are talking about different types of sectors in this chapter. We have already studied about primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector on the basis of nature of work. But now we are going to study about organized and unorganized sectors. Actually, what are organized and unorganized sectors, students? Students, organized and unorganized sectors are two different types of sectors which have been classified on the basis of work condition. On the basis of work condition, organized sector and unorganized sectors have been made संगठित क्षेत्रक, असंगठित क्षेत्रक. Actually students, organized sector is that field of economic activity where workers' interests are protected. They are not exploited in any way. They get their jobs, work very nicely, get their wages very nicely, and they are safe and secured there. There is no exploitation at all in the organized sector. Government's rules and regulations are applied on the workers engaged in the organized sector such as railways, communication, roadways and so on. So they work there for the limited hours. Their health and hygiene is looked after very nicely. They don't suffer from exploitation at all. They get their wages very nicely as fixed by Government of India and its Labour Act. There is no exploitation with the workers in the organized sector. They can't be asked to leave the jobs any time, and they enjoy their life in a very nice way. Time to time there is increment in their salary. They also get a number of benefits such as gratuity benefit, pension benefit, medical benefit and so many other benefits as decided by Government of India or Government of the states. So organized sector is the sector where workers' interests are protected. They are not exploited in any way. They get all profits and benefits as decided by the Government of India, and they live a better life. But whenever we talk about unorganized sector, this is completely different from the nature of the organized sector. Students, unorganized sector is that field of economic activity where workers' interests are not protected. They suffer a lot. They live miserable life. They don't get real wages. They suffer a lot. They don't get benefits, any type of benefits such as paid leave, gratuity leave, pension leave. They have to work longer hours but they get very little wages. So what is this all? This is all exploitation with the workers of the unorganized sector. So one question arises here, students. Almost 80 to 90% of workers in India are in the unorganized sector. It means 80 to 90% of the workers are exploited too much in any way in our country. How they can be protected? This is a question. This is the matter of discussion that we would discuss on after some time. But here we have to study about the nature of the unorganized sector. Actually, students, unorganized sector is the sector where workers work too much and get very less wages. They work in a very hazardous condition. They suffer a lot. They are exploited a lot. And whenever they arise, their demands related to increment in the wages and improvement in the work condition, they are punished in a number of ways. They can even be asked to leave the jobs. So what are they all, students? They are all different types of exploitation with the workers in the unorganized sector. Actually, it is the duty of our government just to look after or monitor the activities of workers and the activities of employer in the unorganized sector, because our nation is a welfare state, and that is why the prime duty of our government is to look after the welfare of the people. So in this regard, I would like to tell you that the government must be very cautious in this field so that more and more exploitation of workers in the unorganized sector can't happen. They can be protected in a number of ways, as the workers are protected in a number of ways in the organized sector. After this, students, here is a question: how to protect workers in the unorganized sector? This is a very simple question, student, but too much important. It is now very clear that there is too much exploitation of workers in the unorganized sector in a number of ways. Number one, they work too much. Number two, they get less wages. Number three, they work in the hazardous condition. Number four, they don't get paid leave, paid benefits. Number five, they don't get gratuity benefit or pension benefit. So these are all different types of exploitation with the workers in the unorganized sector. How we can protect them? The answer is very clear, students. Its answer is that workers' exploitation can be stopped. Workers can be protected in the unorganized sector by looking after by the government agency and monitoring agency. Our government should formulate a very nice mechanism or system just to monitor the work activity as well as salary, etc. with the workers given by the employer in the unorganized sector, so that they could not be exploited. So we can protect the workers in the unorganized sector by careful look after their activities, their salary, their hazardous situation of work, and rules and regulations applied by the unorganized employers on the workers. If careful monitoring or looking after of the workers under unorganized sector is done, there can be less possibility of the exploitation of workers in the unorganized sector. So this is also the duty of the workers in the unorganized sector, just to organize themselves for the sake of their benefits by spreading awareness, literacy among them, so that they could be acknowledged about how they can be able to protect their interests in the unorganized sector. The second most important thing is that our government's monitoring agency and investigating agency should be very careful in this field so that workers' exploitation in the unorganized sector regarding their wages, work condition, hazardous condition of work could be stopped. So these are the ways to protect the workers, especially in the unorganized sector in India, because more and more workers from our society are engaged there in the unorganized sector and they are mostly exploited. So this becomes very important to stop their exploitation. And after this topic, that is the last topic of this chapter, is public sector and private sector. Students, we have studied about different types of sectors, such as on the basis of nature of work, sectors are classified under primary sector, secondary sector and tertiary sector. Next, we have just discussed about organized sector and unorganized sector, which are two different types of sectors on the basis of work condition. And now we are going to study about the nature and functions of public sector and private sector, which are two different types of sectors on the basis of ownership of enterprises. Actually, public sector is that very sector where overall system is controlled and managed by the state, the government. This is the field of economic activity where assets, production and distribution of the product is all looked after and controlled by the government. But one thing is very important. Workers engaged here are in very nice condition, in a very nice condition. They work for the limited hours, they get nice salaries, they get other benefits such as railways, communication. Actually, the property under public sector is the property of the nation that is controlled and managed by government. After that, students, here is private sector. Actually, private sector is that field of economic activity that is completely owned and operated by private individuals or a group of private individuals such as Tata, Birla, Ambani Group, etc. But one thing is very important here to discuss, students. In the private sector, there is a careful need of the monitoring of the activities of workers regarding their work hours, their working situations, wages, etc. In the private sector, so far we have seen or listened to the situation that workers are not too much benefited everywhere. In some private sector activities, some workers are protected where rules and regulations of the government are applied, and that is why they are benefited. But in most of the cases, workers in the private sector are given wages and other things also as per wish and aspiration of the private ownership. So, in most cases, they are supposed to be exploited. So, students, overall discussion under sectors of the Indian economy is now completely finished. And after this, regarding this chapter and other chapters also, we would discuss about the problems which are left, as well as we have also to discuss about some important questions and answers as your home assignment, and this can be done in the next lecture class. Thank you very much.